Saudi Arabia has launched its Special Integrated Logistics Zone. It's aimed at positioning Saudi as the largest, fastest growing and leading trading nation in the Middle East. And we're joined by Mohammed Al-Khoraisi, VP of Strategy at the General Authority of Civil Aviation. Thanks so much for being with us today. Now, this is Saudi's first Special Logistics Zone. Who are your first batch of investors, and tell us how you worked with Apple to establish the zone?
I'm glad to be here with you today, Ramya. You know, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has announced Vision 2030, which is the country's blueprint for a more diverse and sustainable economy. Part of that program is the Saudi Aviation Strategy, which aims to position the Saudi aviation sector as the leading sector in the Middle East by tripling the number of passengers to 330 million passengers, boosting cargo volume to 4.5 million tons, as well as increasing international connectivity to more than 250 destinations. And within the cargo and logistics services space, you know, the kingdom has strategic location at a crossroads of 3 continents. Therefore, we're introducing today the zone. The zone has a unique and special design. It undergone rigorous benchmarking studies, and it's been designed with the leading companies such as Apple. Apple is the first to come, but I can tell you it's not the last.
And who were your other investors, and how much did it take to create the zone?
Well, it creates some time. You know, great things take time, Ramya. And again, we have designed the zone for the multinational companies with the multinational leading companies. The zone is quite unique in terms of its levers, incentives, processes, digitization, infrastructure, and integration as well. So we have the sector strategy worth of investment, which covers airports, airlines, cargo warehouses and facility and special economic zones. That was estimated at $100 billion by 2030. Now, for the zone specifically, there will be significant investments going on. We believe the return on the economy would be around 66 billion in GDP over 10 years cumulative, as well as creating 29,000 jobs.
And you aim to attract the world's leading international corporations by really giving them an ultra-competitive position for their base in the kingdom. What incentives are you offering to these businesses?
Again, we believe the incentive that the zone is offering is unrivaled, unmatched indeed. It has very competitive tax regime with zero VAT. There is also 50 years tax holiday on income tax and withholding tax, as well as no restriction on capital repatriation. Also, the zone offers very relaxed Saudization requirements. Unlike the mainland, you know, 100% direct foreign ownership is also allowed. And most importantly, the connectivity that the zone offers. The zone located in King Khalid Airport in Riyadh, 3 million square meters. There is a bonded corridor between the zone and the airside at the airport, around 8 kilometers. There is the Dammam port, which is around 4 hours drive. So I would say it's perfectly located with very generous incentives and best in class, you know, regulatory framework and innovation solutions and technology.
It certainly is strategically located for easy access to Africa, Asia, and Europe. And you mentioned that you aim to raise cargo capacity to 4.5 million tons annually. What is Saudi's current cargo capacity, and how long will it take you to reach 4.5 million tons?
You know, Ramya, the Saudi Aviation Strategy has set forth a roadmap for the sector. For the airlines, we're increasing the number of airlines in the kingdom. We're introducing a new airline, Saudia, to be relocated in Jeddah, while the new airline in Riyadh. We're expanding airports. Significant expansions are underway in Riyadh Airport, as well as in Jeddah Airport, as well as cargo warehouses and also the logistics zone and the free zones. So for the cargo capacity, it is today at 1.8 million tons per annum. There are ongoing expansion projects. There are multiple economic zones that we're also introducing. If we want to have 4.5 million tons of cargo as in volume, then you need to have a capacity of 6 million. And the programs will vary between air freighters, warehouses capacity, new logistics zone, as well as expansion in airport infrastructure.
And this is all really part of your ambition to position Saudi as the region's biggest, fastest growing and top trading nation in the Middle East. How is this zone different from other regional logistics zones?
You know, being the last to come maybe has its own advantages. The zone regulations and infrastructure and an overall environment has been designed in collaboration with the leading companies. We understood, you know, all the challenges that they're facing nowadays. Again, we have done a very detailed benchmarking exercise, and most importantly, the competitive advantage of the kingdom. The kingdom is the fastest growing economy among G20 countries, according to IMF, expected at 7.6% growth this year. It's 2 million square meters with the Red Sea on the west and the Arabian Gulf on the east. It has a political and financial stability for decades. And again, it's a strategic location at roads cross of three continents. Now, all of that gives a unique value proposition for the kingdom. Now, over and above it is the zone characteristics and incentive scheme, which is largely generous with a very competitive tax regime. With the connectivity offers with the airport and the ports, we believe all of that offers an unmatched experience for the aviation sector in the kingdom and for the zone particularly.
Well, congratulations on the launch, Mohammed Al Khuraisi, VP of Strategy at the General Authority of Civil Aviation. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Rana.